We all dream of success, turning our ambitions into achievements, taking ourselves that one step further, or a level higher than we were before, a step ahead from what we were before. It steers us in the direction of who we want to be, where we want to go, and how much we're willing to strive to get there. At Maxis, we don't just recognize your desire to always be ahead. We welcome it. We recognize your determination and dedication to reach your fullest potential. We're excited to share our knowledge and experience to help you find your path. At Maxis, we celebrate diversity because it is the spark from which new ideas are born and shared. We put you in the forefront of change. Here, you'll find the dream opportunity to not only work with cutting-edge technology, but also the chance to deliver it to a nation geared towards moving ahead. Maxis is your gateway to endless possibilities. We believe in making dreams come to life. It's the secret to our success, which is why, to us, yours are the most important, because only together will we always be the head.
Hello everyone, happy Thursday and thank you so much for joining us today. It's about 2 p.m. so I hope you guys had your lunch. If you're feeling a little sleepy or tired, grab yourself a cup of coffee or hot chocolate if you're like me, just to keep you awake for our session today. We are really excited to be meeting all of you virtually. So before we start, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Savindra and I am a Young Talent Associate here at Maxis, and I will be your moderator for today's session. With me here today, I have two pretty incredible speakers and I cannot wait to introduce them to you. But before we get right into it, I would just like to share very quickly on the agenda for today's session. Okay, so we'll start off with a short welcome note from me, which is what I'm currently doing, followed by a sharing session from our speakers. And please do note that we will be holding a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. So if you have any questions you want to ask us, type it in the chat and we will take a look at the questions together at the end. And we will try to answer as much questions as we can. Okay. In today's session, our speakers will be sharing and providing a lot of valuable insights on our topic, and that is how can you be our next graduate associate. Just in case if you have missed it, we have just launched our Maxis Graduate Program early this month, and applications are now open until 30th June. So our speakers today will be sharing about their experience and their journey applying for the program and being part of Maxis Graduate Program itself. So, before moving any more forward, it is my greatest pleasure to have our very first speaker, Chong, who is part of the Finance Graduate Program, for him to share his story and his journey here in Maxis. Zach, the virtual floor is all yours.
All right, thank you, Savindra. Hi, everyone. I'm Zheng Chong, and you guys can call me Zach, which is all the colleagues and my friends call me. And before I will do my sharing, I would like to share about a little bit of background of myself. So basically, I am a double degree holder. I'm actually from the Bachelor of Commerce as well as the Bachelor of Law. And for your info, Bachelor of Commerce is basically an accounting degree that is specified for the accounting. And I am studying for the Bachelor of Commerce in full-time, and I study the Bachelor of Law in part-time. So after I have graduated from my TAUC, Tunggal Dharma Rahman University College, and then I continue to pursue my accounting, which is ACCA, a professional certificate. So right now I am the Finance Graduate Associate of Maxis, which I started since last year, September. And you can see from the slide, it is actually I have been rotated to different teams such as business planning, performance reporting, consumer business, M&A, as well as technology, which is my current rotation team right now. All right, next slide, please. So here, I would like to share about how do I become a MGP, which is Maxis Graduate Program. How do I become the Graduate Associate of Maxis? So first of all, we have to be amazing. How? When I was in my college life / university life, we have to pay more attention towards our academic result, but not to worry, you don't have to be a really, really good 4.0 student. As long as you can fulfill the minimum requirement, which is 3.3, then you are good to go. Second, you have to be more active, more proactive in participate all those extracurricular activities, such as those societies, event, and you can join them as a committee or even try to organize the event as much as you can. But you have to balance your life. You cannot put too much effort in the society and you miss out your academic result. And the next thing is that don't be afraid to take up the responsibility, not only to join as a committee, but also to join as the chairman or the chairperson in order to organize a team, organize an event and lead a team. This is a very, very great experience for you all. And last but not least, in order to be amazing, you also must have a very good hobby. All right, you can play some sports, you can have some extra reading. All of this can equip you to be a better person, not in terms of to be a Maxis Graduate Associate, but also be a better person in your life. Next thing is that before you do your application towards the Maxis Graduate Program, you have to know that you need to do a lot of research. Although you may look like you don't know how to do it, but you will have to commit it. And this is one of our Maxis value. So you have to do your own research towards Maxis and also the competitors such as Cellcom, DG, Mobile, VB, Redcone, and so on and so forth. And you can do your research such as you can visit their official websites, you can go to their YouTube like our Maxis, you can go for the live at Maxis YouTube channel, and you can watch all those videos to explore more about how are we doing in Maxis. And since I actually applied for the Finance Graduate Associate, I have to also know about the financial details, financial information about Maxis. That's why I went to read all those financial reports, although not into very, very deep, but I will try my best to understand as much as I can. And if I have extra time, I also will go to site visit or go to the branch visit. I will go to some Maxis center or some dealer in order to see how they work. So the next things will be, we have to be restless because we cannot stop at the research phase only. We need to do a lot more of the preparation, such as you can go to YouTube to search like how to prepare for an interview, or you can search like tips and tricks in order for you to be more prepared. Like for example, there's a lot of YouTube video that you can search that you can find out that what are the potential interview questions that you can search for and what you need to prepare for it. And I can tell you, when I was preparing for my application, my interview, I actually prepared more than 100 potential questions, but honestly speaking, 80% of it didn't come out at all. Why? Because during the whole interview, they are more focused on your personality as well as your resume. All right, so you have to be very, very familiar towards your resume and be prepared that they will ask you a lot of things regarding your resume as well as your past experience. And after you have done a lot of your preparation, the final thing you have to do is you have to keep on rehearsal and practice. You can choose to practice in front of a mirror or your friends or your families, ask for some opinion about, am I okay? Am I too fast? And etc. And once you have collected their opinions, then you improve yourself and go on with your journey. And the last thing, after you have done all the preparation, the most important thing is you have to enjoy the delightful moment. You just have to be very, very confident and enjoy the whole interview process. I can tell you, nervous is totally understandable and acceptable. Let me share a little bit secret. When I was in the interview, right, my hand is shaking, and it is very, a lot of the thing, I'm very, very, very nervous. But I can tell you, it is okay to be nervous. Is because that you will only nervous is because you really want the job. All right, so it is understandable. So don't worry and go ahead and enjoy the whole process. Next slide, please. And right now, I would like to share some of my life in Maxis. Okay, so in Maxis, we will not only focus on job only. Of course, we have to do our own job, 9 to 6, or even some OT is understandable. But then we have also a lot of the fun moment. As you can see inside the slide at the top left corner, this is my first team, which is the business planning performance reporting. And we actually had a very great lunch with them. We share a lot of ideas and it is very delightful. And my manager and my senior is very, very good to me. And you can see from the right corner, top right corner, the second image, you can see that this is actually the team, is my current team right now. And this picture is taken during a design thinking section, is that a lot of our teams discuss together with other teams in order to come up with a greater idea for the benefit of Maxis, of course. And it is very fun and very enjoyable because we get to share ideas together, we get a lot of insights, and we brainstorm together. And at the bottom left corner, this is actually what we call Monkey Award. So for your information, actually we have a town hall, we call it town hall, right, based on a quarterly basis. And during the town hall, there will be a Monkey Award to be awarded to those who actually have contributed a lot of effort and make some changes toward Maxis or a certain project. So this is actually a team award, which is a whole team get awarded for the Monkey Award. And I am very lucky enough to be part of the team. And next slide. And the second thing I wanted to share is that Maxis also have our own tournament. We call it eSport tournament. All right, this is basically about all the games that you play during your free time, and now you can put it into a tournament and competition and compete with each other. So the game that I participated is actually MLBB, Mobile Legends, although the game that I participated is loose, but this for me, this is actually an opportunity for me to connect and networking with each other, and I get to know a lot of people. And besides, I am not only participating in this esport as the player, but I'm also a team captain. So basically, I have to compile all the things, invite a lot of players in order to form a teams and play together and arrange from the practice time. So lucky enough, our effort have rewarded and our team actually get the first prize. The team that I mean is that all the games together and collect the points and become the first. We have shared the champion with another team, of course, but yeah, it's very a delightful moment for me. So my section end here. Thank you. Pass back the floor to you, Savendra.
All right, thank you so much, Zach. It's really interesting to hear all these different opportunities and exposure that you get as a fresh grad, especially being part of the program. Just to add on to what you just shared, I do agree with you. Everyone here, is very supportive, very friendly, and they're always ready to show you the ropes. Okay, so next we will move on to our next speaker, Nurul Nadia, who's our Sales and Services Graduate Associates. Nadia, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Savendra, for the introduction. So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us for this webinar on how you can be our next graduate associate. All right, so a quick introduction on myself. Okay, my name is Nurul Nadia. You guys can just call me Nadia. Okay, so in 2018, okay, I graduated with Bachelor of Science, Hans Biology from University Technology Mara. And in 2019, I pursued my studies in Master of Management from University of Malaya. And I joined Maxis in September 2021, right after I graduated from my master's studies. So basically, Sales and Services Graduate Associate is my first job. And fast forward 10 months, now here I am telling you guys, sharing you guys some of my experience being the Maxis Graduate Associate. All right, so on the next slides, I'm going to share a bit with you guys my pre-MGP journey. All right, so basically this is from my own experience, applying for this program last year. So the first and foremost, what you need to do if you want to be our next graduate associate is to read and find out more, okay? always read and understand about the program offered. As you know, we have few programs offered for our Maxis Graduate programs. We have, for example, human resource, finance, sales and services, and many more. So what you need to do is that you need to read the job description. You need to read what you can expect from each of these program offered, and take a moment, give it some thought, and see where do you see yourself in the next few years. Okay, so in the next few years, do I see myself in this field of interest or in this field of interest? So always give it a thought first, okay, before you decide. And the next thing you should do is familiarize yourself with Maxis and its amazing culture. Trust me when I tell you that Maxis has an amazing culture, because we do. All right. And how you can familiarize yourself with Maxis is that you can visit and follow their official pages, for example, their website, their LinkedIn, their Instagram. Always read, and get to know Maxis as a company. So what I did back then was that I followed them from all of their official pages. I keep myself updated with their latest news about Maxis, and I also read about Maxis from their annual report. Okay, so basically, first, what you need to do is that you need to get to know Maxis as a company, like what are they wanted to do, what are their visions, okay? So they are planning to become, the Malaysia's leading convert solutions provider, get to know them, their visions, what are the initiatives they are working on currently and whatnot. So that's the thing that you need to do, all right? And go check out their social media pages, see how we are doing things in Maxis. And I'm sure you will find that we are doing fun stuff in Maxis. So the next part is what you need to do is you have to decide and apply. So once you have completed all the information finding and whatnot, this is the time that you decide which is the best program for you, okay? Which program or which field of interest are you most passionate about, and do apply for that program, okay? And most importantly, make sure you don't miss the application deadlines, okay? Set a reminder or whatnot, set a note, okay? Make sure you don't miss the application dates and do apply. Take up the challenge and do apply, all right? And the third one will be, I would say, this is when the battle starts, okay? So start preparing to charm the recruiters. I would say this is a battle. This is where you have to put a lot of effort. Okay, you have to spend a lot of time here. So do read a lot of interview tips and tricks, watch a lot of interview videos, so that as a recent graduate, I can totally relate to you guys. We may not have that much of interview experience, okay, at least for me back then. So what I did is that I always watch these interview videos and see how did they ace their interview, how did they answer their questions, okay, the recruiters' questions, how did they have this two-way communication with their recruiters, how did they sell themselves and whatnot. So this part, you really have to spend a lot of time and put extra effort here, all right? So the third part would be, okay, after you have that long battle of preparing yourself, okay, this is where you need to ace your recruitment process. But what I want to stress is that, okay, after all the preparation and whatnot, be yourself is truly important, okay? As much as you want to ace it, be yourself, okay? Because you are amazing. You know what you have to offer. You know what you have. You know your strengths and whatnot. So be yourself, be confident. It's okay to be nervous. For me itself, it was very nerve-wracking. I was so nervous and whatnot. But then I always keep in mind, you know what? This is my shot. I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to do my best. And I'm just going to be myself and mask my nervousness with my confidence. And that's what I did. And always ask questions, all right? So if you have any doubt or, any questions, or, if you are wondering about certain things, just ask away. Just ask questions. This is the time for you to interact with your recruiters or your panelists, if any, just ask them straight away, because at the end of the day, right, I believe when you're applying for a job, you should you have the right to choose the right program for you, and they have the right to choose the right candidate for them. So always have that two-way conversations, communications with your recruiters and whatnot. And most importantly, enjoy the moment. Okay, don't forget to enjoy yourself. You get to, during that recruitment process, you get to meet your, who knows, might be your future colleagues, your future graduate associates, your future teammates and whatnot. So just enjoy the moment. And yep, just give it a go. Just do your best. Worry not. You will do just great if you put your mind into it. Just do your best. All right. So the fourth part would be you are in, but your journey doesn't stop here. All right. Once you are in, your journey doesn't stop here. This is actually when your true journey starts. All right. So once you are in this program, okay, take this opportunity, okay, to learn as much as you can, okay, from the subject matter experts, from your colleagues, from your teammates, learn as much as you can. This is your opportunity. You are in. Don't let it go to waste. So learn as much as you can and take control of your development, all right? So you know yourself better, you know that, okay, this is where I'm lacking, this is the area that I need to improve. So what you need to do is that if you don't tell people that what you need, which area you're lacking, in terms of your development, they don't know. So you have to reach out to people, to your, let's say your teammates, your manager, or even young talent team. Just tell them, hey, you know what? I think I want to improve myself in this area. I think I'm lacking in this area. Can I attend this training or whatnot? Be proactive, initiate the conversation for your own development or whatnot, all right? And always, always, always grow and develop while you are in this program, okay? And once you have decided to do something, you have to stay committed, okay? So for this program, for Sales and Services Graduate Program, we'll be in a rotation basis. So in each of the rotation, we will be working in different projects, different interesting projects that you will learn a lot. You get to upskill yourself. You can can learn new things and whatnot. So once you have decided to do something, okay, once you have decided to work in this project, stay committed. Always do your best. It's okay if you don't know something because you learn. That's how you learn. And it's okay to make mistakes because at the end of the day, that's how you learn. So worry not. This is the best platform. This program is the best platform for you to learn as much as you can, for you to grow and develop. So, but at the end of the day, you need to have the balance of, work is work, but at the same time, you need to have fun. Okay, don't forget to have fun. Have the balance, have the best of both worlds, and have fun, guys. All right, that's what I do. All right, so in the next slide, I'm going to share a bit of my fun experience in Maxis. So as you can see from the pictures, I don't have that many pictures, but from what you can see on the slide, right? This is actually, okay, so once you've joined the Graduate Associate Program, don't feel that you will be alone in this journey or whatnot, because from time to times, right, Young Talent Team, they will actually organize like a team building session for all of us graduate associates, for us to know each other, to know graduate associates from other programs, other cohorts, so that we get to build a relationship with them as well. And these are some of the most enjoyable and fun activity, the team building activity. It was maybe early this year or last year, I can't remember, but then it was so fun, just from time to time, just take a break from your work and attend this kind of event of activities so that you get to, relax a bit, get refreshed and whatnot. And yes, and so on top of this, right, our employee experience team, they do organize this kind of fun events and activities. So grab those chances, have fun with your colleagues, your teammates, your fellow graduate associates, all right? And the next slide. All right, so you can see here, these are actually my fellow graduate associate from Sales and Services. So there's the 6 of us. So of course, people say that, of course, in Maxis, right, you will get all the supports that you need. You get the support from your managers, your teammates, your colleagues, from everyone in Maxis. They will support you. but of course, but as much as it's important to get the support, right? I believe that peer support is as important as it is. So from time to time, me and my fellow graduates, we have like these catch-up sessions where we'll share some things, what challenges, seek advices, and just, we're like, hey, just ping them and hey, guys, let's grab some coffee and whatnot. So for the past 10 months, I would say I'm living the best of my life. Like I'm having a very pleasant and fun experience in Maxis. So yes. So you know what, guys? If you ever feel like if you are thinking of applying to Maxis graduate program, don't wait, grab the chances, grab the opportunity, and apply. And once you do your best, have fun, be confident, be yourself. And I really hope that what I've been sharing today, it will be helpful and insightful for you to apply for this program. Who knows, you might be our next graduate associate, So, yep, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I really hope my sharing will be helpful to you guys. All right, that's all from me. Over to you, Savindra.
All right. Thanks, Nadia. Thanks, Zach, again for sharing. To everyone who's watching and has tuned in today, I hope with what they have shared, you can incorporate it when you're applying for the program and even during your application journey as well. Okay, so by now, I'm pretty sure you guys are curious to know about the Young Talent programs and some of the opportunities that we have here at Maxis. I have the next slide, please. Okay, so overall, we have 4 different young talent programs. Some of you here today might be in your first year, some of you might be in your final year. Really, depending on which year you are in, there are a number of young talent programs that we have and that may fit you. So the first one is the Maxis Graduate Program. So this program, you will usually apply after you have graduated. With less than 1 year of working experience. So as you can see, our graduate program are very division based, which I would say it's a little different from the traditional program that you might see out there. Maxis graduate program is only for 1 year. It's a 1 year rotational program where you get to rotate into multiple different teams or divisions. We in fact have just launched our Maxis graduate program, as I shared at the start, and this year we have 5 different programs. We have the HR, SNS, Enterprise, Tech, and IT. So applications are now open till 30th July. So if you fit for this program, please do go and apply right now before you miss it. Next is the Maxis Scholarship Program. It is open to anyone within 6 months of securing an offer to a locally based institute in Malaysia, be it private or public. And we also have the Maxis Internship Program. So Maxis Internship Program is a little different from the graduate program and the scholarship program because we onboard interns all year long. So we don't have any specific intakes. Whenever you feel like you are ready to take up an internship, you can always apply for it. We do have a lot of interns who apply for this internship program even after you have graduated. So if you are a fresh grad and you want to take up internship, you may also apply for this program. Last but not least, the Protégé. So this program is actually mandated by the government. We have a lot of projects where we have worked with the government. So part of the requirement is to run a Protégé program. This program is also a 1-year program and it is designed to upskill graduates with some sort of work experience and knowledge. All right, so can I have the next slide? Okay, so just a quick plug in. Do vote for us for Graduates Choice Award. You can scan the code that you see on the screen and vote for us for the technology and telecommunication category. We did really well last year and we love to keep the momentum up and going for this year too and many, many more years ahead of us. So please do vote and support us. I'm just going to give you guys about 20 to 30 seconds in case you're looking for your phone or you want to fish for your phone. I will give you guys about 20 seconds from now. All right. So similar to, can I have the next slide, please? Okay, similar to the previous slide, do scan and vote for us for our Graduate Brands Award as well, and do vote for us for the Tech and Telecommunications category. Okay, so before we move on to our Q&A session, please do connect with us online or through our social media channels that we have. We in fact are very, very active on our social media channels. And if you want to know more about what's happening in Maxis, what are some of the career opportunities that we have, or if you want to hear directly from our grads from the Young Talent programs, or even from our interns or scholars, most of these content are actually pushed through our online social media channels. So do connect with us so that you can stay updated and get the latest scoop of what's happening in Maxis. Okay, so Zheng and Nadia have both shared a lot about the Maxis Graduate Program, and I've also provided you a bit of an insight with some of the young talent programs that we have here. So in a short while, we would like to show you guys a video that will provide you and give you an overview of all of these different young talent programs that we have here in Maxis. The video will be playing shortly.
Our mission is to empower you to turn your ambitions into achievements. That's why we are always investing in today's young talents to become leaders of tomorrow. Designed to help prepare you for a challenging yet rewarding career ahead, Maxis offers you a holistic learning experience through our diverse graduate programs that cater to your passions and interests. With the Maxis Graduate Program, you can choose from different fields of interest such as tech, finance, and more. Grab the opportunity to learn from our industry-leading experts and accelerate your career journey in the field of your choice. We offer internship programs for undergraduates, postgraduates, and even fresh graduates, providing you with a meaningful hands-on work experience across different specializations. Not only will you get to work with some of the best and brightest, but you'll also be able to participate in innovative projects to bring the best of technology to people, business, and the nation to ensure they will always be ahead. We also offer a variety of scholarship programs because we believe that no one should be left behind. That is why we are offering the Maxis Tech Scholarship, Maxis Women in Tech Scholarship, and Maxis Young Leader Scholarship to bright and ambitious young Malaysians with big aspirations. Regardless of your background or where your interests lie, Maxis is where you can thrive and realize your ambitions. With us, the only way is to always be ahead.
Oh, sorry, I just realized that I was muted. I'm so sorry. Okay, so as you guys have seen the video, I hope with that video we have given you a bit of an insight and idea of some of the young talent programs that we have here in Maxis. Before I move on to the Q&A section, I would like to do a quick poll. I think the poll will probably be appearing on your screen right now, but I'm curious to know from you guys, right? What is the most important to you when you're applying for a job? The poll should be appearing on your screen right now, so please do vote so that I can have an idea about what's important to you when you're applying for a job. We're just gonna give a few more seconds while we wait. Again, just like how Zach and Nadia shared, this is something I would also like to share personally, right? Before applying for a program, always do your research about the company, be proactive, be confident. And this is something I always tell myself, do not overthink too much. I am an overthinker naturally, so I tend to overthink on so many different stuff, but just be yourself, be confident, and just give your best and nothing less. Okay, so the poll result is out. I'm currently looking at it. We have 46.67% career growth comes in the first place. I actually agree with this. So I think being, especially when you're a fresh grad, your career development and growth is something we all always look into. And I personally, being here in Maxis, you get a lot of learning and development opportunities. Even as a fresh grad, we actually have a team called the Learning and Development Team, where you get access to all of these different online learning courses, programs, and trainings for you to actually learn and grow. I have taken some courses, and I believe Nadia and Zheng have also undergone so many trainings and courses to develop themselves. So yes, I do agree. Career growth is something that's very, very important when you're applying for a job. That's why it's always important to understand more about the company, the culture, to see whether you fit right in or not. Speaking about company culture, it comes in third together with salary and benefit. Culture is a big part of Maxis. The people, the way we work, everyone here is very, very supportive and very, very kind and friendly, and they are always ready to show you the ropes. I have so many managers or seniors that I work to where they are always very nice. I always feel like I can approach them and ask them any questions that I have. So yeah, all right. I think we can now move on to our Q&A session. I'm seeing a lot of interesting questions here, so I'm going to try to address one by one. Give me a second while I try to find some of the questions here. Okay, so give me a while. Okay, so the first question, I'm going to throw this to both Nadia and Zheng. How have you grown professionally while undergoing the Maxis Graduate Program? Maybe Zheng, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Thank you, Savendra. Okay, how have I grown professionally while undergoing the MGP? Okay, the thing is like this. So when I was in Maxis, I was provided a huge opportunity in order to explore a lot within different departments. Of course, it is within the business planning and the finance, of course. And in order for me to grow, actually, I was provided a lot of opportunity. Like, for example, I get to handle a lot of the projects, although I was being guided by seniors. But then seniors taught me a lot because I'm in finance. So I've been dealing with a lot with Excel and also the PowerPoint. And throughout my whole process in Maxis, my whole program, I get to learn a lot of new formulas, not just to learn, but very, very familiarized. I still can remember that before I joined Maxis, the way I use Excel is very, very relying on mouse. But right now, I think I will rely more on keyboard for all the hotkeys instead of the mouse. This is one of the way. If put aside for all those technical knowledge, like your accounting knowledge or your Excel skill or your PowerPoint skill, I think the most important thing that I've grown professionally is that my soft skill. There is a phrase that I heard before. Someone says that be the senior that you need when you were a junior. This is what I heard before. And I really can feel that because all of the senior are very, very nice to me and taught me a lot, always giving me the opportunity to learn and grow. And also, although I did something wrong, but they will always help me, guided me to the correct path. And I have learned through a lot, and throughout all the networking sessions, I get to know a lot of the other opportunity. And I believe that if I continue to work in Maxis for a long period of time, let's say 3 years, 5 years, I believe my technical skills, my knowledge will improve a lot and can finally become a professional accountant or a professional finance in the future. Right, thank you. Surendra, pass back to you.
Thank you so much, Zheng. Nadia, do you want to add to that?
Yes, of course. So how have I grown professionally and how has Maxis prepared you to achieve them? All right, that's a good question. Okay, so as for me, I believe that the right answer would be allowing me to take part in interesting projects. I believe hands-on experience is very, very important. So you get to know how to, correctly or how's the right way to work in a project. So I believe one of the skills that I have developed for the past 10 months is project management skills as well as communication skills. So for the project management skills, you need to have the skills to make sure that everything's completed on time and whatnot. And you have to deal with a lot of different stakeholders. So I believe that's how I've grown professionally. And of course, I would say working in these projects, right? You will realize from time to times which areas you are lacking, which areas you are not that well versed yet. But that's not a problem, because whenever you realize those kind of things, this is the time for you to be more proactive. Reach out to your managers, or take some learning courses, training courses that can help you upskills yourself. Okay, so yep, that's from me.
Okay, thank you so much, Zach. Thank you, Nadia. I'll move on to the next question. And again, this question I'm going to throw to the both of you again. And it's, what are your career goals and how has Maxis prepared you to achieve them? Maybe this time, Nadia, do you want to go first?
Yep, of course. So my career goals, right? I wanted to be the subject matter experts in the field of interest, okay, in my field of interest. So I believe, right, how Maxis has prepared me to achieve it is that by always supporting me, by always providing me the platforms on how to achieve them. By how Maxis always encourage you, like opening up new learning opportunities for me to find out more, allowing me to work in all of these projects and whatnot. So I believe that's how Maxis has helped me to achieve my career goals this time. Yep. Over to you, Surendra.
All right, thanks, Nadia. Zach, anything else you want to just add on to what Nadia just shared?
All right, thank you, Savendra. So, in terms of my career goals, actually, I believe all of the people have the nearest same career goal, which is earn a lot of money. All right, but then put the money aside, we always would love to do that we are really interested about and be the subject matter expert, as what Nadia has said, because the thing that we will not always like to earn money only, but we also need to get a lot of the personal achievement through our career. And this is what I'm really looking forward about. And I can tell you, working at Maxis definitely give you the opportunity to do so. Why? Is because that during your rotational period, you get to rotate into different team, different department in order for you to explore more opportunity. And once you get decided one permanent team, then you can continue to work on it, develop your own skills and knowledge, and maybe until a certain moment, like maybe, for example, 3 years, 5 years, or you realize that you want to explore for the other department. So you can always ask for internal rotation. What does that mean? Is that you can actually ask for transfer, but of course, you need to go through the interview process again. But this is a very, very good opportunity because you don't have to get familiarized with the new company, the new culture or value, because you can always stick inside Maxis, and this is what Maxis can actually offer to you. And I believe this is one of the good opportunities for you to continue to grow for yourself as well as your career. And I can tell you in Maxis, there are a lot of graduate associates from the very beginning work until 20 years, 25 years, until they also keep on working in Maxis. And this is one of the strong proof that Maxis is a very, very good environment for you to grow for your career. All right, thank you, Savendra.
Thanks, Zach, and I am aligned and I concur to what you've just shared. So next question. This question is specifically to Nadia. It says, hi, I'm very interested in the Sales and Services Graduate Program. Question to Ms. Nadia. Which department specifically will sales function candidates be assigned to during the rotation?
All right. Thank you for the question, Savendra. All right. Thank you for the questions, guys. All right. So it may be different for this round of batch, but I can speak about my experience already from my batch. So for sales candidates, okay, we'll be rotated for me lah. I was rotated in 3 different teams. So the first one would be omni-channel team. The second one would be go-to-market team. And the third one would be learning and development unit team. But however, during for our sales and services graduate program during my batch, we have 7 teams in total for rotations. So the other 4 would be fiber, telesales, customer experience. Yep. So those are some of the team rotations. But however, it may be different this round lah.
Yep, she's right. This year maybe the rotation might be slightly different, but you will be rotating up to 2 to 3 rotation. Okay, so one last question to the both of you, right? What's the most memorable moment for you as the Maxis Graduate Associate? Nadia, do you want to go first?
Yep, the most memorable moment for me as Maxis Graduate Program is that for me, right, it's a sense of accomplishment when you get to deliver your deliverables. That's like the most memorable moment when you get to complete certain tasks and you get praised for it and whatnot. And on top of that, also having fun, get to know other people. There are so many amazing people in Maxis, and then get to at the same time have fun with your teammates, colleagues, join all kinds of activities, events. So yes, for now I have so many memorable moments since I joined this program. Yes.
Oh, that's really great to hear, Nadia. And Zheng, how about you? What's your most memorable moment being part of the Maxis Graduate Program?
Thank you, Sarindra. I think the most memorable moment for me as a graduate associate in Maxis is that when I worked on a project for quite a long time, and finally at the end of the day, my senior tell me, "Oh my God, Zach, this is really what I want. Thank you so much. Without you, I cannot complete in time." So similar like this, the sentence is similar like this, but then I am really, really happy to hear that. It's because that I know that my effort finally got someone who really appreciated me, and I can tell you, although I say that this is the most memorable moment, but actually this moment keep on happening is because that I get a lot of opportunity for me to keep on explore, and they taught me a lot. So that's why I get a lot of this kind of experience. Yep. Thanks, Ravindra.
All right. Thanks, Zach. Another question I would like to ask the both of you is, and I believe you might have addressed this during your sharing session just now, but what are the things I should prepare or take note to pass the interview? Maybe you can share from your personal experience, going through the recruitment and interview process.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Ravindra. So for the things that I need to prepare and take note other than that I have shared just now, okay, let me share something about my whole interview process. So basically, the first thing that I've attended, of course, is to submit the resume. All right. So after the resume selection process, then I will go through what we call the digital interview. It's basically the platform, we call it Higher View. All right. And throughout the process, is basically a virtual interview, but without your interviewer asking a question, but you can see for all the question at the platform there. For this one, Hire You, HIREVUE, basically you can search it through online. And then after we go through this digital interview, will be another a group interview actually. So let's talk it one by one. So for the digital interview, what you need to prepare is that, as what I have mentioned before during my sharing section just now, you have to do a lot of research and you have to rehearse. You don't have to, you must not think about that, because it is only a digital interview or because there's no interviewer. So you don't have to be like, take it serious. No, you really, really have to take it very, very serious. And you have to take it like it is a real interview because it is, all right, because it is. So you have to do a lot of rehearsal before going through the digital interview because there is no second chance for you to do so. And one good thing about the digital interview that when you see the question, the system will allow you, like, I'm not sure the time, I think it's 1 minute for you to think about your answer. Then after that, the recording will automatically start, then you will start to present your answer. So preparation is very important. So comes to the next part, which is the group interview. This is actually a section that all those candidates, all right, they will form a team. Then the interviewer will come up with a question like, for example, maybe how to improve Maxis performance. Let's say. Okay. So what you need to do is that you can discuss among with your groups, all right, and come out with a solution, all right? And your performance will be scored based on your interaction within your group members. Okay, so this is the interesting part is that right now during the group interview, they are your teammate and also your competitors. Yeah, you have to remember this. So when they need to see that whether you are a person who can collaborate with each other, whether you can work together with each other, no matter they are your friends or your enemies, because as long as it's beneficial, then why not working together at the very moment? All right. So that's the second interview for me, the group interview, and the final interview will be an actually it is 2-in-1 interview, which is my interviewer is actually the HRBP and also the head of the department. And this is where they will ask you a lot of questions that is very specific to you. All right. And I would like to share one tips. All right. They actually asked me about what do you do for fun? Yeah, they asked me, what do you do for fun? Okay, this is a very interesting question. Why? It's because that you cannot say that, oh, I usually just sleep on the couch. I just, surfing the TikTok only. Maybe you really do this, all right? But then you need to have a lot of the other hobbies that are actually beneficial for your own growth, which is matched with what I have shared during my sharing section, that you need to have a good hobby, all right? A good sport, right? A good reading hobby that will make you grow. So this is the tips and tricks that I can share. All right, thank you, Samindra.
Thanks, Zach. Those were some really good tips and tricks that you just shared. Nadia, anything?
Thank you so much, Zach. I think Zach has covered it all. Such a great answer. he aced that question. All right. So, however, I just want to add a bit. Okay. So, prepare yourself mentally. Okay, and also prepare yourself with all the information needed about the company, about the program, and whatnot. And I cannot stress this enough. Have fun. Be yourself, and be confident. You know yourself the best. You know what you've got. You know what you has to offer. So just go and have fun. Enjoy the moment, every single moment during the recruitment process. Yep.
Yep, it's enjoy the moment. I totally agree with you. So I know I said this is going to be the last question, but I have one more question, and I really want to ask this to the both of you. One fun thing about working in Maxis, and what would that be? Zach, you gonna go first?
The fun thing about working in Maxis. Okay, I think the fun thing that working in Maxis is the people in here. Okay, so before I actually work in Maxis, all right, because Maxis is my first job, so I didn't have really much working experience. Set aside all those part-time or all those internship, and then this is my first permanent job. And I can tell you that the people here is very, very nice. Why I say that is because that before I joined Maxis, I heard a lot that other office got a lot of Austrian politics. They will stab your back. They will say bad thing about you. And I can tell you, very, very honest, I can tell you in Maxis, I barely experienced that. Nearly zero, I can say nearly zero. Why I say that is because that the people here is really very nice, and they will really support you whenever you need, and they will always recognize your effort, even though the things that you achieve is actually under their guidance and they taught you a lot, but they will definitely say in front of your manager to say that, wow, I tell you what, this one is done by Z1, he's really, really good on this. This is actually what I heard. And then beside that, the people I say is very nice because that there are a lot of the other section, like for example, yesterday, I just have a birthday celebration with one of the colleagues, which is very, very nice. And I can have a lot of lunchtime and dinner with them. And I have one colleague like durian so much. Right now, the durian season, right? Every week, he invited us all to go for the 88 ringgit durian buffet, the Musang King. Every week, I can tell you, every week. So that's why I say that the people here is very, very nice. And the third thing that I want to mention about is that I got one senior. He's very good is because is that there was one project that I worked on, and because of my unfamiliarity with the project, so it took longer than it should be. So actually I OT a lot, and the senior actually OT together with me. He actually doesn't have to, but he chose to because we are a team and we work as a team, and we work until very late. And I was feel like very guilty, and he said that no worries, this is part of the process. If you do wrong, no worry, and I will always be there. This is what he told me. And that's why I say the people in here is very nice. Thanks, Miranda.
Thanks, Zach. Now I'm craving for durian. Look what you've done, Zach. You got all of us craving for durian now. And how about you, Nadia?
So for me, I would say the environment and the people. The environment, I cannot express this, but it's just fun. The environment, you can see that everyone, you just feel like you belong here. In words, I don't know how to verbally explain this, but you just feel like you belong here. In terms of the people, the cultures, the inclusion, the diversity, and all. Despite all that, you just feel like you belong here. And of course, our Menara Maxis is besides KLCC, and of course, one of the fun part is that you get to go shopping after work, whatnot lah. Yep.
All right. So, listening to the both of you sharing, right? I had just thought of another question, and I'm just going to ask the both of you, what's your personal favorite spot in Menara Maxis? Can you think of any? Mine would probably be Megabyte, the cafe here. I mean, I'm always there for breakfast every day when I'm in the office with my colleagues. But how about you guys, though? Maybe Zach, you want to go first?
Yep, I can go first. Okay, I will think is the level 5 living room, because I attended the esports tournament at there by playing the games Mobile Legends. And I can tell you the big screen, 3 big screen with all those fancy chairs. And I can tell you, we got PS4, not PS5 of course, but we got PS4. So the whole floor is full of the entertainment, and I can tell you I very, very enjoy in working in Maxis. Thanks.
Yep, I do agree. One thing about Maxis, it's always fun and work. We do well when it comes to these two things. And Nadia, how about you?
For me, my favorite spot would be level 8. There's a lot of collaboration areas there. So whenever we wanted to have a quick catch up with the other graduate associate, yeah, I would always ask them to go there. Hey, why don't we go to the collaboration area? On level 8, we have a lot of beautiful, colorful rooms. So yeah, that would be my favorite spot, level 8.
All right, thank you so much, Zach. Thank you so much, Nadia. I am seeing a lot of questions about Maxis Graduate Program, right? How, what's the timeline like? How do you, what are the interview process and etc. For these questions, just a quick reminder, we will be having a networking session at 3:30. So do join us there, where we will be addressing one of your questions about Maxis Graduate Program, scholarship, internship, and as well as any other additional questions you might have. All right. Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of our webinar session today. Again, thank you so much, Zach. Thank you, Nadia, for sharing. And to everyone who tuned in today, huge shout out to you guys for spending your Thursday afternoon with us. As I shared before, do join us for our networking session at 3:30 p.m. If you have any questions and if you'd like to know about the Young Talent programs, we will be addressing them there. So till then, take care and see you guys soon. Bye.